What's up, everybody? Nazir Basad here, and I'm gonna tell you how to not get a ticket. And basically, it's very simple. Don't be an a-hole driver or to the cops. And in this way, you can avoid a lot of tickets. But anyway, let's say you got pulled over now. You get pulled over, a lot of people, they try to give attitudes to the cops, this nonsense attitudes. Let me tell you something, you're wrong. Because if you don't want to get a ticket, let's say you got pulled over for speeding, right? And you have no front plates. Let's say some states they require front plates, rear plates, and you got pulled over for speeding, and you know yourself, you know your guilt. Let me tell you. I mean, when I get pulled over, I know what I did. Unless I really, honestly, I don't know what I have done, it's a different situation. But you speeding, you got pulled over, you see the light already behind you, the red and blue, everything, everything went off, and you're getting this pulled over. The cop approached you and asked you, the officer, he asked you for registration paperwork and everything. Just do what he asks you. Do what he asks you. It's very simple, because the more you're going to question him, which you have the right to ask him questions, why, but just give him what he asked you for first, and then tell him why I'm getting pulled over. He's going to tell you why. He's not going to keep it a secret, of course. So a lot of people I hear and I see sometimes sitting with a friends or somebody in the car, and just out of nowhere, they don't want to give him the paperwork just because he didn't tell them why he pulled him over, which is wrong. Just give him the paperwork, and don't be this badass guy who just wants to show off and give attitude to the officer, because the officer is doing his job. So you give him first the paperwork, and then you ask him. You can ask him before and after, but if he doesn't want to answer you until you give him, no problem. Then you ask him why I got pulled over. Here we go. Now he's going to tell you why you got pulled over. The nicer you're going to be with a cop, the more you can get along with him. And this is simple. And it's not only working between you and an officer or a cop and police and everybody. It works with anywhere you go. But today, talking about basically getting pulled over, not getting a ticket. So now you have another violation. You don't have front plate, which you're required to have a front plate on the car. So you don't have it. The cop can look at you as, you've been nice. You've been nice to him, and whatever he asked you to do, you did. Now the second step, the cop gonna go back to his car. He's gonna look at your history, driving record. If he's gonna see, of course, you have a DUI, DEA, and all this stuff. I'm not responsible for this advice now, but he's gonna go and check and see if you have some major tickets. Probably he's gonna get back to you with a ticket for not having a front plate, but he didn't give you a ticket for speeding. So now you see, the nicer you're going to be to the cop, you're not get, and not acting like an a-hole, you survive from a lot of tickets. But that doesn't mean it's the rules how to not get a ticket. It's just, it works 99.99% of the time, because you're just being honest with the cop, no attitude, nothing. He's just going to be nice to you too, because don't forget, he's working hard every single day, and you don't want to give him a harder time. No one likes that. Anywhere you go, if you're working, you don't want someone come to you and give you attitude, and you're doing service in the meantime. So, just don't be an a-hole again. And you see a lot of times these days on the news and channels, YouTube and everywhere, videos. Also, that's another point. I don't get it. Why people, they still run away from cops? You see a chase on a highway, 200 miles an hour, 150, 140, 130. People go nuts, especially on Texas highways. Here's the funny one. People are dumb. There's a lot of dumb drivers out there. Instead of getting pulled over for a ticket, what happens? They decide to take off. They take off. You're not too smart by taking off. Don't forget, they got helicopters, they got fast cars. Some states, they have Camaros and Corvettes, police cars. So if your car not that fast, they're gonna catch you. And if you're on a highway, if you're gonna stay on a highway for miles trying to run away from the cop, they're gonna catch you also somewhere, few miles down. You're not gonna run away. So don't try to run away from the cop unless you are like 1,000,000%, also 100%, 1,000,000% sure you're gonna take off and you're gonna go home safely. This is also not advice. It's not a smart advice to run away from the cops, but I'm telling you, some people does it, they survive, it works, but not every time. Small chances. So don't try to be smart and and start ripping in the car, and you're the one who's going to take off from the cops. They better than you. They will catch you. And for any reason you're trying to take off like that, so you just gotta take the first exit you see, and don't get this chase running around the neighborhood and kids, walking everywhere. Don't do this, just dumb shit. Because now you're gonna end up from having a ticket. You end up basically from having a ticket to running away from a cop and then crashing into somebody. Now you're facing criminal charges. Now let me remind you of this guy in New York City. Last summer, the last season, driving the C63. He cracked a burnout. And it was funny because he did, his burnout in the C63 AMG, the Mercedes, only one wheel was spinning. But I'll give him credit for it. He burned some tires, made some smoke in Times Square. But here's the crazy part. The cop approached him. He jumped in front of the car. And you can see that it's a police officer. It's not like, someone jumped wants to attack you or kidnap you or steal your car. It looks like a cop, but this idiot, he decided, no, let me hit the cop, let me run him over and keep going. He thinks he's cool. And guess what? Other people was filming him. So that's what's wrong. You see, this guy did some dumb shit where he tried to run away from police officers in New York City, Times Square, millions of people walking, cars in traffic, taxis, and whatever you want to call it, you name it, it's existing there. Horses, bicycles, everything. So I don't know how this guy, he thought he's going to run away peacefully and safely and he's going to survive and go back home, have a wine and relax, nothing going to happen next day. They got him. They got him because he's idiot. Now, why he's idiot? He's idiot because he took off. Listen, you wanted to be a badass, you wanted to show off, you cracked the burnout in the Times Square, just stand, get this ticket. The ticket is just, I don't know what, 2 points, 4 points, whatever it is. But now, that guy, when he did all this crappy stuff, well, he's facing criminal charges. Running a cop over, hitting cars, making turns and stuff, basically putting everybody's in danger, everybody who's walking, pedestrians and everybody. It was so stupid. So, again, you want to go crack a burnout in Times Square, LA, whatever, I don't know which state you at, just crack a burnout, be prepared for it. Before you do it, just think, am I able to get, am I really set to take this ticket or not? If you're not set to take a ticket or hire an attorney or spend some money for your burnout or some stupid moves in the car you're going to do, then don't do it. But if you're prepared, then fucking do it. And if you do it safely. Don't kill the people around you. It's not worth it. Just to see some smoke coming out the tires. So I'm telling you see a lot of crazy stuff. You see people also running on Texas highways. That's the dumbest thing. Every time you see a police chase, it ends up they get the guy. They get the guy so easy because this guy, he stayed on the highway for 10, 20 miles. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. Just go back on some videos and news channels and see the police chase and all this stuff. It's crazy. So don't try to run away from the cop, especially on longer highways, stretch highways like Arizona desert and those highways. Where are you gonna go? I don't get it. Like, where are you gonna go? It's a straight 2 lanes. You got nothing. They're gonna catch you. They're gonna get a helicopter way ahead of you, waiting for you, and they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. You're gonna face criminal charges. You're gonna be screwed. You're gonna lose your license. You're gonna lose everything. So just don't be that dumb. Okay, and that's my advice to you. And again, you don't want to get a ticket, just follow those rules. Be nice to the cop, be nice, give some good, don't give bad attitude, don't give attitude at all. Just cooperate with whatever the officer asks you, and that's it. You survive. But that doesn't mean you're not going to get a ticket. You might get a ticket, and sometimes you may not, sometimes you don't get the ticket at all. The officer will tell you, have a nice day, and you can keep going. So just try it once, you're not going to lose. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. I will see you next video.